Attorney Tri-State Fund. Reason we scheduled this workshop is the clock is ticking. Our first payment comes in 26. We need to work with the county to get this fund established before we get our first check and what to do with it. So, city and the county have met a couple times with representatives from each to talk about the fund and where we are going with it. We have Heather is going to give us, our city attorney, going to give us an update and kind of start us down the road on this meeting today.
Sure, and I think it'll be a shorter meeting, and the mayor gave a pretty good description. As he stated, the assistance funding is going to commence in 2026, and then there'll be incremental payments for years after that through 2029. Right now, we are, I think, going to work with the county to select legal counsel to help the parties decide on how the community fund is formed, what type of board there will be, the bylaws, and just help you all through that process. There needs to be a discussion about what economic development means, I think, between the city and the county. So I think that's something to start kind of pondering and thinking in the back of your mind, and insofar as what do you think economic development is. And then Peter and I are also looking into different ways in which the money may be invested. We're not able to effectively advise everybody as to that just yet. Once we have our bearings underneath us, we'll address that at an actual council meeting, probably in an executive session, and provide legal advice. But right now, we're just in that process, so we wanted to give everybody a quick overview. Answer any questions if you have any.
Again, the purpose of this is make sure council's up to date where we are. We will be issuing a RFP for proposals for a law firm down the road, and I assume in conjunction with the county, to actually set up this entity, to set up the fund, the operating, all the legal parameters, groundwork, everything we need to do to have this a legal fund and meet all the requirements that we have to by law. So that'll go out a little bit later, but at this point, I just more than anything else want to make sure council's up to date where we're at. So Commissioner Boyer is in, and you have anything to say, Tony, or? Okay, I know you were in attendance, so I just wanted to call on you, so.
For the RFP, obviously, that'll be a joint venture between
It's, in my mind,
attorneys and,
then Heather's advice for city attorney, it would be a joint with the county to actually require to solicit legal services and how to establish this fund. So,
Well, correct. How to organize the fund, draft the bylaws.
right,
Correct.
operating guidelines. So the real discussion, as Heather has pointed out, is what is economic development? The tri-state settlement stated that this money would be given to the communities, and their definition of communities is the city of Craig and Moffett County, to establish a fund for economic development. Okay? This will be, a sizable fund once it's all funded, which is over 4 years. And my intent and the intent of the negotiating team to make it perpetual, meaning it'll be self-funded itself through longer than I'm alive, hopefully, so, to benefit the community. So, I see us giving grants on the interest for economic development purposes. So,
what's the time frame in putting an RFP together and selecting a firm potentially?
I mean, I would hope after the holidays, so that gives you a year to be able to work with those folks.
Okay.
And we need to work another, get together with the county and see what their time frame would be as well. Tony?
Are we not looking at, getting a RFP for a lawyer together to look at the public-private side of it, or?
We're not discussing that in this workshop.
I think before you put the parameters on there, I think we gotta figure out.
Well, that I hopefully will be
I
done.
think we wanna do that together and not separate, that was all.
Right.
Well, I'm happy to talk to you about that after this meeting.
So we will get an opinion, so, okay. Any questions out of council? I'm trying to keep council, I'm getting the feeling on side conversations that you guys are the last to know sometimes of some of these actions, and you people, sorry. And, you know, and just keeping you informed of where we're at and some of the projects. I look forward to scheduling another workshop with Peter, and this is news to Peter, to kind of give us all updates on all the city projects in one workshop. Everything from the river project to both of the housing projects and all the CDS funding and, you know, where we're sitting at with all these projects. So council is, again, updated on where we stand. Because honestly, city's busy. City staff is extremely busy with all these projects. So, okay? If there's no further questions, that's all we have for this workshop. Again, we probably scheduled too much time, but due to posting requirements, it's better have too much time than not being able to finish it. So, if that's the case, we'll adjourn the workshop. Okay?
Housing Authority at 5:30.
What's that?